Please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a case of Morris versus Byrom.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Morris, you've petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove that the defendant is the father of your 1-month-old son, Jackson. You hope these results will save your family because you have 2 other kids together. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Byrom, you say the plaintiff admitted to sleeping with another man, and when the results prove you are not Jackson's father, you plan to leave for good.
Yes, I do.
All right, so Mr. Byrom, there's a lot at stake today, am I correct?
Yes, our whole relationship is based on this paternity test right here.
Explain.
This is the second time she's done this to me. Since we've been together, this isn't just the first time that she's cheated on me. This is the second time. And I've been nothing but faithful and loving to her since day one.
Second time, it happened once.
Ms. Morris, did you cheat on him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now you're here saying he is the father of your 1-month-old child, even though you say I cheated.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Byrom, how did you find out about the cheating? How did you discover this?
Me and the dude she cheated on me with were hanging out the night before, because we're really close friends. Okay. We stayed up all night, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up probably 7 o'clock. He's already gone. She fought with me the night before so she can leave and stay at her grandma's house. I went over to her grandma's to, you know, because she was over there with the kids. I seen him on the couch at first through the window, and then that's when I started banging on the doors and the windows. And then I go in the house. He's hiding up in the attic of her grandma's house.
Hiding in the attic?
Yes, ma'am. Hiding in the attic up in her grandma's house. I told him, you gotta...
How did you find him in the attic?
I started searching the house because I had a feeling that they were together.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so then what happened?
He took off out of the house, and basically I just went home and got my stuff together and left for a couple months.
So, Ms. Morris, how do you end up sleeping with his friend?
We were having trouble way before I even slept with his friend. I was always constantly getting accused. He's always constantly telling me I'm cheating. It's been happening for 4 years now.
And so what I'm trying to understand is he keeps accusing you, so you just go ahead and validate the accusation?
Well, technically we split up for a month. Technically, we split up for a month, and he was living down the street at his friend's, and he was dating a different girl, and I was staying in the house with the guy, the other potential father. So we split up for...
The only reason I left is because you cheated on me. Period, the end. That's it.
Well, you shouldn't treat me like crap, and you've always accused me.
Whatever you say.
So when did you sleep with Mr. Byrom? You say you are certain he's the father of Jackson. When did you sleep with him?
September 27th.
September 27th.
She could have slept with him the same day.
I slept with him on September 25th. That's why we're here today for the results.
Oh, so you slept with the other guy September 25th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
And so you two have 2 other children together?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now this family is in jeopardy because you admit you slept with his friend and him within 2 days.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't just that one time she's saying. She was sleeping with him every day. I would go over there and get mine in the morning, and she would have him at night.
We split up for a month, and he was constantly blowing my phone up every day because we completely split up. He moved to his friends down the street, and I was still in the house. Like, I was the one that got to stay at the house with the other 2 children.
And so this thing with the friend wasn't a one-time thing?
No.
They were in a relationship after I moved out.
We were in a relationship
they got together
when me and him split up for that month.
No, they were together from like July all the way until November. This isn't just a month thing. This was like a 4-month thing.
We were in a potential relationship.
And then you all, after all of this, you got back together?
I wanted to get back together because my daughter is in love with me. She's constantly with me. She don't want nothing to do with anybody else. I want to be there for my kids. I'm trying to make stuff work with her. That's it. My dad dipped out on me, and I'm not dipping out on my kids.
So, did you tell the other guy, Miss Morris, that he could be the father as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's still talking to his mom about it.
No.
Sending his mom pictures of the baby. She's trying to tell me that it's my kid.
His mother, the other guy's mother, said if it does turn out to be her son's, that she wanted to be in his life. So when the baby was first born, I sent her pictures of the baby because she was asking me.
You just did it last week.
About how much he was, no, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
About how much he weighed and all that. So it's not an everyday thing. It only happened twice. So basically, that's the only reason I sent pictures to her was because she wants to be, and she wants to be a grandmother if it turns out to be.
Well, then why aren't you taking my kid if you're still
Have you taken Jackson to see her or the other potential father?
No, the other potential father is actually incarcerated right now, or else he would be here too.
Dude's in prison. I've been taking care of her and both of the kids. Don't get me wrong, her grandma helps us out with diapers and stuff, but I've been taking care of her and our kids by myself. She don't work.
I go to school. I go to cosmetology school, and the only reason I had to drop out was because I had the baby. So I plan on going back in the fall. It's just I have to get, a babysitter and stuff. So it's not like I sit around the house and do nothing.
So are you two together now or apart?
We are in a complicated relationship
yes,
together.
very complicated.
Do you live together?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Do you treat Jackson differently?
I do a
little
bit.
Yes, he does. He shows my other two way more attention than he shows him.
Do you blame me?
So you do admit you're having a hard time bonding with Jackson because you don't know.
I still buy him clothes and toys and do whatever for him, but I keep my distance from him because I don't know if he's my son.
And then sometimes he'll say it's his son. Sometimes he'll act like a dad to him, and then sometimes he won't. So it's like a mood swing type of thing. Like he'll say, "Oh, well, okay, yeah, he's my son," and then a couple days later he'll say, "Oh, no, that's, I don't know," and then he'll switch it up.
Ms. Morris, you do understand how difficult this must be for him. He's looking at this child, lives in his home with his other two children, but he's thinking, this baby may be my friend's.
Was pretty much my best friend almost. We were hanging out every day, and just because he's gonna say, "Oh, you're cute," and this and that, and game her up, doesn't mean he could sleep with her, So.
You could have slept on me in the past. I wouldn't know.
Like, just because he's giving you compliments doesn't mean anything. Like, they went out to dinner. She told me this. They went out to a movie and dinner, and she had to pay for herself. Like, come on now.
Ms. Morris, I do have to ask you, if you're separated and you all are not together and he's dating somebody else and you decide to date, why his friend?
Just, he's always, like I said, he was always
there because he was my friend.
He was always over a lot, I'll admit that, but it's just, he's always treated me like crap, but he always belittles me. It's been going on for 4 years now, and it's just.
Do you have feelings for this other guy?
No, I don't. If he's the father, I'm gonna let him be in his life. I'm not gonna keep a kid away from their father. I don't think any woman should do that.
Okay.
So, Mr. Byrom, you just said, wait. When you're in an argument, she says you're not the father.
She tells me I'm not the father, and she knows that he's the father.
That you believe he is.
No,
is that true?
Yes, when we argue, anytime we get into an argument over anything else, he'll say, "Oh, well, he's not my baby," and blah, blah, blah. And then his own mom won't even see the baby because she,
Nobody knows if it's my kid. Nobody's going to
bond with
a kid that's not mine.
Your family has not bonded with Jackson.
No, they have not. My brother has. My mom, no.
When you had the baby, who was at the birth? You were.
I was there for everything. Every step of her pregnancy, helping her out, doing everything for her the whole time.
So, all right. So you helped her out the entire time? You came when the baby was born?
I was there.
I
held the baby first.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I did not.
You did not?
No. I just kept looking at him and thinking about what she did to me, and I can't do it with him, I can't treat him the same as my other kids because I know for a fact that those other babies are mine. And I love them to death. I just can't love him full on, love him until I know that he is my flesh and blood. I just can't. I can't. Never.
I want to be with him. I do not want to be with the other guy. He constantly tells me I do, and I don't. And I'm ready to basically move on with our family. I understand the mistakes that I made. I at least admitted to it. I came out and said what I did, but I'm willing to become a family. We already are a family, but...
You want to work on this?
Yes.
She says she wants to try to be a family, and she wants to do the work.
You can't be a family when you're seeing other men.
Well,
I don't see no other men.
Mr. Byrom, I think what you're going to have to do, and I know this is difficult, because once you've been hurt, it's hard to put yourself back out there, right? Because you feel like it can happen again.
Yeah.
And there's also this notion that how can she ever prove you wrong and show that she can be faithful if you don't give her the opportunity?
I don't want to argue in front of our kids anymore. I want them to grow up and be like, damn, my family is awesome. We go on trips, we go on vacations. There's no arguing between us. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to argue anymore. I just don't. That's the only reason I want to go. It was the kid and the arguing. It has to stop. The arguing has to stop. And it's overwhelming me, and
So the stakes truly are high.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Miss Morris, it seems like this truly is affecting you. I can see behind your eyes a lot of sadness.
Yes, Your Honor.
You know you've made a mistake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you regret the mistake you made?
I regret cheating, but I don't regret my son. I mean, I would never regret a kid, regardless of what happens. But I do regret cheating.
You do?
Yes.
When you look at your son, does it make you feel like you let him down in some ways because you don't truly know who his father is?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know that's hard. Because as a mother, you want to give your child everything, right?
Yes.
But you really can't give your child a very important answer, which is, who's my father?
Yes, Your Honor.
This mistake doesn't just affect Jackson, it will affect the other two children.
Yes.
Because they will have to grow up without their father in the home. Mr. Byrom, let me ask you, are you really ready for the results, or is there a level of comfort in not knowing for you?
I really want to know.
You do?
I feel bad for, not doing the same for him, but on the other hand, I don't. But I really want to know if he's my son or not. But I want to really be able to, like, full on be like a father to him like I am to my other kids. That's what I'm looking for here.
And then if, say we never opened this envelope and we never knew the results,
I'll never.
How would you go forward?
I'll never. Like I said, I'll still get him clothes, shoes, whatever he needs, but I just won't hold him or whatever else. I take care of him financially and physically, but emotionally, that's all her. I'm good.
And is that the way it is now at home? He doesn't hold the baby?
Not really. Sometimes, but not really. No.
Yeah. Like, I do, but I don't at all. Like, I give him attention. I made him laugh for the first time in his life, everything else, but for the most part, I just leave him to her. I don't feed him his bottles. I don't change him. I don't do none of that. That's all her.
So do the other children notice there's a difference?
I'm not sure. If they might just be, too little to really know that I'm.
They're 2 and 3. So
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't really know.
All right, I think it's time for the results. Jerome? Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Morris versus Byrom, when it comes to 1-month-old Jackson Byrom, it has been determined by this court. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. Mr. Byrom, you are the father.
Yes. Yes. I'm happy about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That really helped me out a lot.
How does it feel now?
Feels great. Almost want to cry that he's mine.
That would be fine. You've been through a lot. No, really. And I can see by the way you talked about how you love your other children, that was really bothering you, that you felt like you couldn't fully love this innocent, beautiful baby.
No.
He seemed like a good guy. Ms. Morris?
I'm happy.
You relieved?
Yes.
Is there something you'd like to say to Mr. Byrom after all of this?
I'm very sorry, Josh. I'm glad you're the dad. Trust me, I'm very, very happy.
I just hope that now that you know this, that you could just forget about all those other people and just focus on me and on our family instead of trying to go and still around with him. That's all I care about. That's it. If he wasn't in jail, she'd still be with him. I just might be used as a stepping stone until he comes back for her. That's it.
That's not true, Josh.
What is true, Miss Morris?
What
is true?
I want to be with him. I do not want to be with the other guy. He constantly tells me I do, and I don't. And I'm ready to basically move on with our family.
Because this is what this is about. Ultimately, you come here for answers, but you have to use those answers for good. No, as I sit here and I look at the both of you, you're a couple, you have so much at stake. We get the result. Mr. Byrom is, in fact, this child's biological father. It's what you were hoping for. It was what he was hoping for. But you two are still on opposite sides of the aisle.
Like
But you're supposed to be in a relationship.
Yeah, well,
But you need a strategy, all right? And we want to help you find that strategy because we do want you to win. We wish you the very best of luck. Take care of those 3 beautiful children and take advantage of the counseling, all right?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned.